there, everyone. It's Mary's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees, and I'm on the move. I am on the move, as I said. Not a lot going on here. We have finally found winter, or winter has finally found us. Thank goodness. We've actually got good early morning temps between 25 and 35, just depends each day, and our highs are between 55 and 60, and that has been great. Maybe it'll slow the consumption of the feed down on the bees, because it just started getting where I'm finding light hives. You know, I knew I had 2 or 3 or 4, something like that. I don't know, I had a few, and when I went out to feed those, I found a few more. But went through and weighed everybody today, and everybody's still stable. You know, lightening up slow, but not fast. So the light ones are still light, and I'm going to go out today and check the consumption of the Hive Alive to see if they've cleaned it all the way out, or if they're going through it slowly, or what's going on. Got some new packs with me. It's a beautiful day. We have finally, whoa, man, that guy was in my lane. Goodness gracious. Here, I'm carrying the camera. He can't even stay in his lane. Anyway, it's 55 degrees here. It's beautiful. We've hit our high. It's the peak of the day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Wonderful, wonderful day. It is the 29th of January, so we are at the end of the month. We've got a month left, and I should be rotating boxes this weekend, but I'm not. I am not. This is a time frame that in our club we always rotated our boxes. Basically anything that was super heavy on top and bone dry in the bottom, we flip-flopped them. And that allowed us by mid-March, by no later than mid-March, to have a nice full double deep full of bees ready for splitting. And last year I did not do that till mid to late February in order to slow them down a little bit. And that kind of bit me in a way. They started loading some nectar into the top more so than I wanted to. So that kind of threw me for a loop, but no biggie. I mean, we overcame it. No biggie. But I don't know. I don't feel like flipping them this year. Something in me is just not. I don't know. The bees will move down on their own. That's no problem. It just kind of accelerates things when you do it that way. And I might still do it. I marked a few that were, when I went through and weighed them today, I marked a few that are definitely top heavy. They're all in the top already. They're now in the top. The bottoms are dry. But they will move down as they begin to really start brooding up. So I'm kind of, I don't know. Something in me is not sitting right with doing it this year for whatever reason. I don't know why. But let's get on site. We're going to town. I don't need to go out to the colonies up north because it is the last weekend of hunting season, and I know there's a couple folks out there on that property that are hunting this morning and this evening, and I don't want to go disturb them. Give them their last weekend of hunting, and then I'll go out there anytime I want, and without disturbing anybody. So, all right, let's get on down the road. All right, folks, we are at an undisclosed location in Hammond, Louisiana. These are the hives in town, and you can still see all the trees down from Hurricane Ida. Homeowner, or the property owner, has not been able to get out here just yet. He's got the rest of his property cleared, but he asked me if it was going to bother the bees to work on these, and I said nope. As long as it doesn't bother him, not going to bother them. But you can see there's a lot of big trees down. That's the whole root ball and everything, just big oaks. This was all clear, all the way back to a tree line, which the tree line is now gone. And there was a lot of good forage in there. But that's nature for you. Now remember, this colony, I did not video this, but this was the one that was on wood planks. We had to topple over and all that stuff. Well, we got that fixed. As you can see, there's the old wood out there, the planks, but I went through and I cleaned it up really good, and we got it all cleaned out in front of them and got it solid. Ooh, that's a rotten box. I got that rotten. I know there's another one. Look at that. No, that was just rotten in the corner. So anyway, not a lot of activity because we're dropping and it's getting to be evening, but everybody is flying. Everybody's got activity on them. And this was the light one. Oh, they're bringing in pollen. And then when I was out here, I noticed that one was light, so you can see my feeding shim, but then that one was light too. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some fondant on there, and we want to check consumption on this one. I hate these big blocks. I need to get regular bricks. All right. Wow, they have gotten on in there. Now, had a lot of people, I bet 50% of the viewers said, hey, flip it over and cut this out so you can see consumption. I'm not really concerned that much. Like, I want to check consumption like today, but I can look and tell. The reason I didn't is you got to cut through this label then. And through there. It's just a little tougher to cut. I just did it like they showed, and I really didn't care. Ooh, beetles. And that was my concern with beetles. But I wasn't really concerned with being able to see it that easily. Wasn't a big deal. I mean, they're eating it, so. There you go. That's a nice little cluster of bees. 5 or 6 frames. Because they're all the way out to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 7, 8 frames. But small. Just round. You know. It's kind of cold. I'm sitting here smoking them down. I don't want to smash any of them. See? Anyhow, look, I was saying I had probably about 50% of the comments about, hey, flip it so you can see the consumption. I'm not really concerned about it. As far as being able to see it, I can just do what I just did then. That's good enough. I can see that this colony is not tearing through it very fast. I see a beetle that I'm going to kill, but I hate these beetles, man, I tell you. Now, somebody at the conference told me, they said, hey, I see you're not using full suit much anymore, starting to use just a fail. And no, guys, I still use a full suit. When I'm just messing around with 1 or 2 colonies, I've got time, and I'm just taking my time, and especially when they're small, I'll wear just a veil to get in them, especially nukes, things like that. In the summer and in the spring, though, no, I suit up because I move kind of quick through my hives. You'll notice I'm kind of rough when I go through them, and I'm in a hurry. I mean, I have a full-time job, so time is money when it comes to getting bees taken care of on the weekends, because I value my time doing things with family and friends very, very much. And I like to be able to go out and enjoy this time of my life. And so I have less 1 or 2 days to work bees, and so I move fast and I go fast and I suit up. So no, just because you see me just in a veil and like this, nah, I suit up. No. So we're just moving easy and slow on these. So that's the only reason I'm doing that. All right, let's go and let's look at this one. This one was kind of light when I picked up on it. Well, no, it's really not. Maybe it was the front one that was light. I mean, it's light, but let's give him some smoke. Oh man, I think I got some frame stuck. Little clusters in the top. They're actually pretty heavy in the top. So they don't like me being in there. Well, they had that propolized down good. Well, I'm out here, so I'm gonna go, and I got a rim, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them some feed. I see no beetles in this one. Let's go ahead and do that. A feeder rim. Cut these feeder rims this morning. I cut about 12. Wow. He just popped out of there for no reason. Yeah. But yeah, I see how I'm having problems with this? I think cutting is tearing. Yeah, I think I'll cut through the other side next time. I don't have to deal with this label. Alright, there we go. I want to taste this stuff. Of course, they're eating my... It's pretty good. It's got a certain taste to it I can't place, but it's pretty good. I guess if I was a bee, I'd like it. Alright, Alright, so guys, I cut the label. Alright? Yeah, it was a suggestion by a lot of people. I don't think it really matters to me. We'll put it on there just to make sure. We'll call this insurance. And let's get the lid back on. They're not happy. Not happy at all. The only problem is now I've busted all that nice propolis loose that they had. There we go. Alright. There we go. Might as well weigh this one. This one's heavy. This one's getting no food. That one's very heavy. So we're good to go. Well, there you go, everybody. The consumption on that colony was, I'd say about half of that patty. It's been over a week. I would have to say that's not bad. I think it's been about 10 days. They did half the patty. So in 20 days, shoot, I can get away with another patty on them. Now, that isn't a very super strong hive. That colony is, you know, it had, I don't know, what, 7 frames of bees on it? So, and some of the ones up north that I put them on, they weren't super strong, but one of them was very, very strong. So I would say if that colony did half in 10 days, the one up there probably did the whole thing. So what I'll do is, hunting season's over tomorrow. I'll probably go up there this week after work one day, bring a patty and double check it to make sure it's good to go. I need to look at the ones at home and be sure that, you know, what their consumption is. Hey folks, we're at the house. I was going to check the consumption on these out here. A couple of them I have out here, and I thought, why not bring the camera? That's what we're doing today, right? Checking consumption. But I want to look at this little nuke real quick. I'm not going to open it all the way up because it's starting to already cool down. It's about 50. I don't want to start drawing any extra heat off of them since they're so small. We're getting in the mid-20s and to the mid-30s in the mornings. So, you know, they need all the help they can get staying warm. As long as they're healthy and they got enough to cluster and stay warm, they'll be fine because we warm up here in the afternoon. They won't be cold like constantly. Let's look at them real quick through the feeder hole. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. And I gave them, remember, I gave them a big fat frame of honey. And remember I gave them a big fat frame of honey? Let's see if we can. Yeah, they still got some weight in there. Might even, and look, they're flying and bringing in pollen. I don't know if they're bringing in any nectar. Might be some wild mustard. Now that one I'm not gonna bother with. That one is doing good as far as the front entrance. When you see them flying, they're piled up on the front entrance coming and going. So I think they're growing well too. And remember, I gave this one also a frame of honey. They're pretty light though. They're lighter than the other one, but they're bigger. So we're going to keep an eye on this one. I can get my half patty of that fondant in another week or two if they get too light. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, nice cluster. And they've taken down 3/4 of it. That label doesn't get in the way to tell what you're doing. I mean, for the amount that we need, the bee just jumped right on me. So that looks good. 3/4, so they'll need a new one. I'll give them a new one this week. I'm not going to do it right now. We'll let them finish that one all the way. So another couple days. I say a couple, meaning 3 or 4. Throw another one on. And this is the other one. Guys, we're just trying to keep bees alive. That's all. Just trying to keep bees alive. This one was semi okay. And they've got about half of theirs. And remember, this one was moved to the left. Those frames are empty. And as you can see, the cluster was moved to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames of bees all to the left. So this will be one we slide to the center, down the way. I wonder if there's any. I don't see any hive beetles. I don't want to lift it up too much. I'm more. No. Okay. I was just checking for hive beetles. Man, that one collie had them. That worries me a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. I didn't see in the other one when I opened it, but I didn't lift the pack either. All right, so we're looking good at home. They didn't clean it out, meaning they're still fed. I like it, guys. I like it. I'll put a patty on there. This one in about 6 or 8 days, I'll put a patty on. The one back in town, and I'm sure the one out there is a lot stronger. It'll need a patty, and then I had to add patties to a couple more hives up north. So we'll go out there and check those and see what they look like this week. Alrighty, just trying to keep bees alive, that's all. Just trying to keep them alive. I flipped it like everybody asked. Y'all are right, I mean, you can see through it, but I also had trouble cutting through that label, so it's easier just to cut the other side. It's easy enough to cut with your hive tool, so I'm not worried about not being able to see under the label. I'll just flip it up like I did, because I want to see under the bees anyway. If it's a quick check, unless they eat a patch like that, it's not really a big deal. So I just followed what the website showed, you know, when they did theirs, and of course they're probably advertising, so they want the label up, but it doesn't really matter, not that I can tell. So consumption is good, I think. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. What I wasn't pleased with in that first colony was the hive beetles. So about 8 to 10 of them. That's not good. Killed a couple, couldn't get to them all because the bees were in them, but they're in there eating on that too, it looks like. I just hope they're not laying eggs in there. I couldn't see any larvae, but it's hard to tell because it's white larvae on white fondant. That could be an issue, but I don't know. The bees will keep them under control as best I can tell. That's the hope. Just gonna watch them, but pretty pleased with that consumption. What do you guys think? I think it was a good deal. The bees are eating through it. We'll have to check like I said, the stronger colony up north in the next couple of days. That'll really tell the tale, because those are the ones that really got to worry about. Like that little colony there, they can probably bring in enough nectar to support themselves. The strong ones, those are the ones that I was saying in the other video. If those things, in my experience, if I see those things, if I neglect them during winter and don't, you know, I say, well, they got a little bit of honey, and let them just barely get through to the end, and when they eke through, come March, when they go to brood up, they'll clean it out so fast, and what's coming in just isn't enough. And those are the ones that I got to be concerned with. But only one really strong one that's hurting for honey right now, and that was the one up north. So we'll check that. Other than that, I think everything went well. I think they look good. Guys, hopefully this is a short one, and I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. It helps the video. I really appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to share this video with friends, family, anybody that just enjoys watching bees. This is Barry's Best Hunting. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon, and may the Lord God bless you. We'll see y'all later.